Okay, this is the last flight of my Seagull cassette, which has been racing since 2000 and I first flew it 2014. I've taken off. It's the last round of the Formula 1 things. It's just a bit of pilot ID, a bit of skylarking really. You're actually done doing that. You're better off to show them the other side of the model because that's what they see as it's coming up the straight. Anyway, we're just circling around for the start. This model is no longer competitive. The categories really the people are running the Seagull Nemesis. So these have a 60cc two-stroke in them, and the Nemesis is really good for about 250 k's an hour. At the moment this thing's doing 200. I can get 220 out of it, but I didn't bother putting the racing muffler and getting rid of the smoke system and putting a carbon tube in it and all those things. It wasn't going to be competitive anyway, so just thought I'd come along and get a bit of footage. You can see the course down there. We stand outside the course. A little bit of traffic underneath. I'm just waiting on the 30-second countdown timer. This has had an OS Super Gemini 4-stroke, an OS GT55 and now the OS GT60. And it's an APC 20x15 Texan prop, which it pulls at 8,000 RPM, straight level, gives it that gives it airspeed of 200 k's an hour. And there we go, that's Byron Simpson and Paul Hewitson duking it out. Paul's model is slightly quicker, and the Byron's is just still running a little bit rich. And somewhere around here is Jeremy Randall as well, that's still campaigning his with a DL55, I think. You might see a couple of cuts here. My caller sort of decided not to bother with what I was doing because I was so slow and was just watching the racing, because it was pretty exciting all weekend, this heat. Well, the actual previous heat was better. But, here we go. No, I can't remember whether they've lapped me already or whether I caught up with them, but I don't think I did. But anyway, so it's round the corner. This is all just done by line of, for judgment really. Oops. Yeah, it's got Futaba telemetry, airspeed, engine RPM, and also it's got the Vario in it as well. Not that I need to know the altitude for racing, but there you go. I think that was Jeremy going across the top of me there. So there's the chaps in front of me again, but that's twice they're lapping now. So it soon becomes pretty boring once that starts happening, I can tell you. It's whoops, just inside. So we were running one set of lights this weekend. We didn't have enough. Couldn't generate enough interest for marshals and stuff like that, so the bottom part of the course was just sort of done on the honour system. There go the guys again. Oops, so that cut was for the camera, just to try and keep them in view. I think the spats were over inside the course, outside the course still. So as you can see, you can get pretty close. Oops. It's over the start climb clock. Yep, I'm getting bored now. You can only take getting lapped so many times for so long. Happy with that one, because the roll knocks off about 10 to 15 k's an hour. Anyway, race is finished now, so I'll just circulate to wait for my turn to land. This is the first time I've actually been able to record a heat with the run cam just velcroed onto the tail. I put an extra half-inch of prop on it, which pulled the engine RPM back to under 8,000, and the camera seems to be happy with that. spin them up to 8.5, but when you do the start dive they spin up to about 9, and I haven't been able to get it to keep working. Anyway, great little camera. I'm very happy with this run cam. Haven't for the life of been able to figure out how to get it to operate remotely, because I've got the little harness for it, so I just stick it on the tailplane and hit the record button just before we take off. So as you can see, that's just engine RPM with the throttle back, and it's quite surprising if things work at all, really. That goes, I think that's Jeremy Randall coming into land. So Paul and Byron are already down, so I think my turn will be on number 4. So that vibration just makes you wonder why how come the gear's so reliable, really. Anyway, we're just lining up to come in now. This thing slows up really nicely, and there we go. A little bit of a blip just as it comes in here. This is all recorded post-race. Turn the thing off. Now, if everyone could do that, we'd get an extra bloody round in over the whole weekend. Anyway, this is the last slide of the cassette. Great model. Just probably do a bit of sport flying with it now. And yeah, thanks very much.